Hello, in this video we are going to solve this interesting exponential equation. We have 3 power m power 3 divided by 9 power m equals to 81. And we are solving for the value of m that will satisfy this equation. So we have solution. Now we can actually write 3 power m power 3 divided by, this is 9, and we can write it as 3 power 2 or power m, and this is equals to 81 here is simply 3 power 4. So we continue here. Let's make use of this identity. A power n power m is equals to a power n times what? M. So we are going to multiply this out. 2 times m, and this will actually give us, we are going to have 3 power m power 3 divided by 3 power 2m, and this is equals to 3 power 4. Now the next thing is the bases here are the same, so we can actually subtract the powers. So that means we are going to have 3 power m power 3 minus 2m, and this is equals to 3 power 4. Now the bases are the same, and we can compare the exponents. That means we are going to have m power 3 minus 2m is equals to 4. So this becomes a cubic equation, and we are going to solve for the value of m that will satisfy this equation. And we can as well write it as m power 3 minus 2m minus 4 is equals to 0. Now let's test for the value of m that will satisfy this equation. We are going to start when m is equals to 1. Now we are going to have 1 power 3 minus 2 into 1 minus 4, and definitely this is not equals to 0. So we go again. If m is equals to 2, what are we going to have? We are going to have 2 power 3 minus 2 into 2 minus 4, and definitely this is equals to 0. So that means m equals to 2 is one of the solutions of this particular equation. Now to find the other solutions, what we simply need to do is we are going to divide m power 3 minus 2m minus 4 by, we are dividing it by m minus 2. Remember, this is m equals to 2, and if we have m minus 2 equals to 0, we can get this back. So that means we are carrying out this division using synthetic method. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, in synthetic method, what you simply need to do is you take the solution, that is 2, you write it outside, you draw a line like this, then you write the coefficients of what you have at the numerator. So the coefficient of m3 here is 1. There is no m2 and the coefficient is 0. This is m and the coefficient here is negative 2, and this is what constant, which is what? Negative 4. You bring down this 1 here. 2 times 1, we have 2. 0 plus 2, we have 2 as well. Then 2 times 2, we have 4. Negative 2 plus 4, we have positive 2. 2 times 2 again, we have 4. And negative 4 plus 4, we have 0. So the new factor, or the second factor in addition to this, is we are going to have m power 2. Then we have plus 2m. Then we have plus 2. And this is equal to 0. So that means the two factors is this. We have m minus 2 multiplying m squared plus 2m plus 2, and this is equal to 0. That means if you multiply this out, we are going to have this particular one we have here, and we have to solve these two equations in order to find the solutions. Now, the first one has already been solved. This particular one here, we have m minus 2 equals to 0. That means m is equals to 2. That has already been solved. The second one is m squared plus 2m plus 2 equals to 0. So we are going to solve this right now. And in solving this particular equation here, this is a quadratic equation, and we are going to make use of the quadratic formula. Recall we have m equals to negative b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac. Let me write it well. All divided by 2a. And from this particular equation, A equals to 1, which is the coefficient of m, B equals to 2, and C is equals to 2. So let's put it here. We have m is equals to negative b, we have negative 2, plus or minus square root of b squared, we have 4 minus 4 times 1 times 2, we have 8, divided by 2a, we have 2. And this is equals to, we are going to have negative 2 plus or minus root of negative 4 divided by 2, right? Let me write the 2 well so that you see, divided by 2. Now what do we need to do? So this simply means we are going to have, let me write it here, negative 2 plus or minus square root of negative 4. We are going to have square root of 4 times square root of what? Negative 1. And this is all divided by what? 2. And this simply means we are going to have negative 2 plus or minus square root of 4 is 2, and square root of negative 1 is I. Then all divided by 2. So from here, the 2 can actually divide everything. That means we are going to have negative 1 plus or minus I. So that means the other solutions which are complex, we have m equals to negative 1 plus I. Then we have negative 1 minus I. Then don't forget that we also had m to be equals to, let me write it here, equals to what? 2. So these are all the solutions that we have. M equals to negative 1 plus I, m equals to negative 1 minus I, and m equals to 2. So this is it for the video. Thank you and goodbye.